Hey guys, this is John. All right, this is a using the clock as a weapon video. Very first game, playing e4, offering a queen exchange because why not? Playing a very strong FM, 2800. Oh hey, I'm 2800 as well. Not quite this rating, but up there. Okay, well, bishop f4. I feel like maybe I'm inviting knight takes e4 here, but I don't think that actually is good for them. So, but I am inviting knight h5. Okay, they didn't take advantage of that, so perhaps I play this here to guard the c5 square. Prevent knight c5, stay out of range of this knight. How's my recording look? All good? Okay, I haven't recorded a blitz session on chess.com in a hot minute. Okay, b6. Often a4 is a good move against this type of thing. Yeah, let's just try to gouge with a5. Maybe king up, although then c4. B3 makes some sense. King e2. No, b3 is just bad. Knight takes e4. I think I'm just going to take, first of all, and then play king e2. I think if this, I have to bank on this b pawn being weak, which it almost certainly should be. That took a little too long, though. I'm not happy about my time management there. This is using the clock as a weapon, so I'm trying to actually live up to the title. Okay, let's play c3. Yep. Maybe bishop f4 now. I'm not sure I want to take this knight, but this seems useful. I would love to get into this pace like I see Hikaru do, where you're playing the move and then you're talking about it only afterwards. That is the holy grail. Let's do this. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm going to take. And then I'm going to go here, I guess. Getting a little bit cramped. I'm not sure taking was all that wise. I probably didn't need to give black the file, but it's the best I could come up with under the circumstances. I feel like this knight needs to be improved. So let's go there. Maybe black will try to squeeze with c4. But maybe I can do something like f3, bishop d1, knight c2. I'm really maneuvering in close quarters here. I want knight takes e4. Let's just play f3 to start. Looks all right. They're allowing me to play this, so I'm going to do it. You go there, huh? Okay, b4, probably nothing doing. Definitely not knight b3. Don't see a really constructive move here. Let's go rook d1. Make black find something. That's a good idea. Okay, let's go here now. Maybe they'll play f5. Nah, f5 probably plays into my hands. Okay, what I did there, though, I spent too much time. Take this. Probably take it with the rook. I can pre-move that. Bishop h6, rook takes e5. Ah, this move. Missed that. That's the thing. Okay, now I got to scramble and hope for the best. Hope I can get some counterplay, maybe. There's something with e5. Rook g8, e5. Looks murky. Probably not good, but can also take and e5. I think I got to do it right away. Let's try it. Check, and then knight takes. Pieces are a bit awkwardly placed for me, but I think it works out. And now I'm up on the clock. Bishop there. I definitely didn't see that. How about... No, that doesn't work. Ugh. I go here? Let's try this. Rook G5, Bishop D3. Do I have a choice? This feels very bad, but I think I got to go for it. Feels very, very loose. Rook F8, Knight G4. Bishop F5, Knight E4. I'm barely hanging on with this coordination. I'm threatening their bishop. Take. Take. Okay, they're freaking out a little bit. Not sure I can main. Oh, I had rook takes D6. Oh, man. Hold on, not over. Oh, they hung their rook. Okay. Yeah. Neither of us offered a draw there. I feel a little bit bad about that. But hey, that's using the clock as a weapon. Let's offer a rematch. See if they want to play. Oh, rook takes D6 would have been very nice. I saw that right after I moved. I think that was pretty good defense by me, though, in a tricky situation where I got pinned down the file. Was this move winning? Rook takes D6, king takes knight check. I think it is winning because I don't see how black gets my pawn because the knight and the pawn create a perfect barrier here. Absolutely perfect. The knight often has nice synergy, even though I hate the word synergy, with the pawn in this instance. Nice cooperation. Okay, whew. That's my first 3-0 game on chess.com in quite a while, so let's see who we can get next. Wait, this says waiting for opponent. Let's cancel that because I don't think they want to play. Let's go. All right, game 2. 2775, another FM. Did I really only gain 1 rating point from that game? How? Wasn't I 2802? I don't know how that works, but I guess that's the case. Yeah, so it was only after recording this video and thinking about it a little bit did I realize that that first game actually ended in a draw. So sorry about that, guys. The score is off the rest of the way. Okay, this is some theory. I remember analyzing this many, many moons ago. Yeah, and then I think they want to go d4 on the next move. I think this is typically what white does. Here, I don't know. Blockading this square? I'm really uncertain, but this is not the time to putter around. Yeah, so this is where you just have to be absolutely focused. Like, the adrenaline is still pumping from that last game. I'm really putting myself under, a difficult task performance-wise, because usually you'd want to take a little time, gather yourself. When you're playing online, you have the luxury of literally taking your time in between games and being very selective. But I also want to showcase in this series how to attempt, I don't always succeed, but attempt to keep control over your nerves and stay disciplined when you're facing tough decisions under time duress. Okay, because there are times in your chess career, quite often actually, where you have to demonstrate that. And it's very useful. My opponent is thinking a lot here for some reason. Maybe their connection is bad. Okay, they take. So I was thinking trade queens, but that I see runs into knight takes e7. So let's take here. Okay, white doesn't play for e5. Let's go queen a5. Maybe rook d8. I'm trying to be aware of this e5 advance, though. White may try to play it at some point and unleash the bishop. Queen b3. Okay, not yet. I'm going to play e5 myself here. Maybe I'm walking into knight d5, but I think this should be all right. take. Mess up their structure. Might as well pre-move this move. We want to battle with 2 knights versus 2 bishops. Okay, I don't mind this, because the faster the time control, the more useful the knights. So let's engage them on the king side. Engage the knight pair on the king side. Although I thought I had knight h5. That's clearly not the case. Let's go here. Hit this queen. And maybe I jump to d5 next and try to hit the bishop and the pawn. I'm up a full minute on the clock. Okay, knight h4 is something I could play. Queen takes b7. Now let's just play the easy move first. Knight d5. Make white think. Make white ponder. Okay. So knight takes or knight h4. Both look pretty good. I'm just going to choose one. Knight h4. I don't think rook takes d5 works because I take the queen with check. Confusing for white to have to defend this. Probably they'll play queen f2. But then I think I'd rather take the light square bishop. They play queen e4. I think I'm still going to take this one. King takes maybe queen b5. This move looks sneaky because it contains 2 ideas. That looks like a lot for white to figure out in time pressure. Maybe queen c6 is also a thing. Try to set up knight takes e3. They cover there. Okay, reasonable. Go here. I think at minimum I should be able to take this file. Like, let's say white plays a king move now, which they do. Okay, there could be mass trades in that instance. Okay, don't think too long here, John. This is not a complicated position. Let's play like this. Try to keep something on board. I guess they can take. Okay, they could have taken and taken an a7. Let's go here. Check. Play like this. Go here. Yeah, they're trying to cut that off. Take. Let's go here. Maybe g5? Or knight check? Let's go g5. Take. I hit this. My knight is hanging, but to get that, I think it's worth it. No draw. I'm sorry. Check. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they had 10 seconds or 20 seconds, I might have given a draw, but they were way behind on the clock there. They might have had some connection issues. I don't know, but that's not our issue to figure out. Let's offer a rematch, though. And they accept. Okay, knight f3. So good start here, 2 for 2. But let's keep this going. I don't want to settle for just a good start. I actually want to play some good chess for the entire session. Yeah, I like that decision in the last game to play for the 2 knights versus the 2 bishops. Feel pretty good about that in hindsight. Okay, let's go knight c3. Hit that pawn. Probably not a super convincing setup by me. I think black's completely fine here. But it'll do for a blitz game. b4, a5. Take. I think I just swap and play knight takes a4. Maybe that's a tiny something. It's knight d5. Could take. I think I will. Takes that one. Yeah, I guess I'll take with the pawn. Maybe rook here. So it's a question of whose pawn is weaker. It's probably just equal. Spoiler alert, but all right, c4, b4. Rook d1 also makes sense. Oh no, bishop f2, I gotta watch. I should trade. C4 speaks to me, but I'm not sure what I'm doing after B4 is the thing. I'm going to play it, though. I think maybe I can pivot with my knight after that. Maybe I play this, try to do this, or maybe knight g5 even can come into play. I don't like this. The bishop needing to stay there. Okay, let's go knight g5. And then... Let's play like this. Rook a2, rook b2, perhaps? Trying to engineer something towards their king side. While still being wary of f2. I'm down on the clock, though, now. Remove this. I could see black trying to bump my queen with b3 somewhere. But maybe I just take if they do that. With my rook still on b2. They trade and then bump, I think, queen b1. All right, but black is thinking. I see their dilemma because they play h6, bishop takes g5. Maybe they play h takes g5. They might lose a pawn. Could be worth it with the b pawn. But this is the type of thing you have to do in 3-minute blitz. You got to force them to think. Okay, so it seems to me they're allowing this. I'm trying to figure out if I'm missing something with that. I don't really see what I would be running into. Bishop takes f2 doesn't work. Let's take. Okay. Ah, they're just going to take on e2 in the end. Got it. Got it. Okay. You know, I don't mind that. Do this and go here. Try to pivot, maybe. Okay, I'm tied down, though, for the moment. So let's do this. Yeah, that's probably correct. I'm going to go here. I'm a bit tied down, but I'm hoping I can get something towards their king. Let's go check and rook c8. Take on c4, maybe knight f4. Possible knight d3 ideas. Or knight check. Let's give a check. Maybe they just play king h6, huh? Or there. Can I mate them? No, there's no mate. No mate. Keep checking. Check. I think I'd be okay with a draw here. I kind of want to push this just because of the time situation, but I don't think I'm better. Okay, they're going to push it. So let's go here. I don't think taking works. Target this pawn. I like my chances here with the knight. I know I'm still down material, one pawn, but I like my chances with the knight. Tick-tock. Okay, now I think knight f4. And let's load this again. Yeah, check. And then take. I feel like they're going to do something desperate soon. I'm going to trade a pair of rooks. Just simplify. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Check. And there again, the knight working its magic just everywhere on the board. It's too hard. It's too difficult to battle that knight. I mean, I think these last two games are a really good example of how significant it is to have a knight versus a bishop in a time scramble. I talk about this on stream so often. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know I've mentioned it too. I'm on the receiving end of it sometimes. And I don't think you should overemphasize this theme. Like, you shouldn't be making bad trades of a bishop for a knight. But the faster the time control, the more valuable a knight is. It's as simple as that. And that kind of showed why. Like, I was worse, but In a classical game, I really would have suffered there. Blitz, it kind of felt even or maybe even easier for me to play, despite being down a pawn. Okay. 84 looks interesting here. Let's play bishop g6. White's whole setup feels a little passive to me. I'm going to do this and maybe f5. Take this way. Play like this. I think I can castle short. Wow, they play c5. So they're probably going for... Well, they're just going for some trades. All right, probably take that now. And what's up next? f4? Play a5. I might start probing on the queen side next. Really would like to play this f4 move, but not so sure it's good. Bishop d4 is nice. Makes things a little annoying for me. Okay, using too much time. Let's go here. I might want to play queen d8. Because I'm thinking if I want to trade and then take on a1, that's a useful idea. Let's just activate this somehow. Yeah, probably take now. Take. White has this b5 lever, whatever the American way to pronounce it is. Lever? All right, let's go bishop e8. Now, this is hard to gauge because I'm not sure b5 is actually a good idea for white. They might regret playing that. They're trying to maneuver for the file, which makes sense. Okay, let's just go here to start. Okay, you can have the file. I'm going to create another inroad. What does that do? I don't know. Let's go here. Maybe I can take and play b6. Or b6 right away. Or b5. Don't really need to do either of those things, but let's play h5. I got to be cautious of my time here. They advance. Okay. Oh, this is a threat. Oh, yikes. Did not realize that. Oh, that's annoying. All right. I thought I could play bishop c or queen c7 there, but I didn't realize that was actually a threat. All right, now I got to play very practically, and I got to be very careful. I think the position's fine as long as I monitor like this. Maybe it's not fine. Maybe it's actually just lost. Oh, yeah, that's a nice move. I can't move my king. I think I got to try this, and if here, check. Looks very bad, though. No, I don't think that even works for me. Yeah. Check. They have bishop c5 at the end. Yeah, really poor game. I think they can just do something like that. Yes. Yeah, over. Not good. Not good. They played pretty straightforward in that one. Let's accept the rematch. I'll look at that afterwards because I'm kind of curious how I could have diffused that. But okay, final game of the session. In using the clock as a weapon, I only play 5 games. And then we call it. Okay, let's play e3. Kind of an old school setup for black here. Actually take, which usually helps you if you're playing white. Let's go bishop d3. Castle. And I might play for this c5 square. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this and then knight e4. Try to clamp this c5 square. This should be, in theory, quite good for me. Bury that bishop. Pivot this here, threaten this. Other knight to e5. Yeah, this is pretty textbook for this type of position. And they even take, which also should be great. Okay, let's take. Let's play bishop e4. So I want to tie black completely down to this pawn. I remember a game in this from a book that I have. A game in this almost exact type of position. And what white did is they started expanding on the king side. They tied black down to the c pawn. They started expanding on the king side and actually ran their king this way. It was a game by... who was the player? I think it was... let's just make sure I don't mess this up, first of all. Julio Granda, the Peruvian GM, he was playing white. It was a model game in this line. All right, king e1. Now, I know black's looking for some opportunity to do something like this, so I got to expect it. Take and queen g4 or something. Let's solidify here. I mean, it's worth noting I don't have to do this plan. Like, this is by no means the only plan. But I do think it's a pretty good one. Queen e5, perhaps? Do I want to allow c5? I think it's okay to allow it. Let's put the queen here. Go rook c5 next. Yeah, just filter a piece in and out of this square. I want to block them from ever breaking through over there. If it's at all unclear looking. Okay, let's go here. Being cautious about this. So in evacuating the king this way, it gives me a lot of flexibility on the king side. I want to break through over there, which I think I do. Play a3. Maybe I go queen f6 even. Queen g7, yeah. I take and run my king in? I can almost do that. No, I'm not going to trade yet. I don't see a reason to trade quite yet. Okay, so this is another thing I'm prone to do sometimes is like fall in love with my play. Wait a sec, can I take? And at the end, no, it doesn't work because it's not check. Okay, let's hide the king. Yeah, they just backed off real quick. Okay. Let's go f3. g4. You go there. Okay. So I provoked another weakness. Can I take this now? I think I can. That's a nice pawn to pick off. Okay, we're going to take and we're going to play f4. No breakthrough. And then I just want to take this and try to win with my extra material. Quite simply. Very happy to trade. All right, that's coming over. Let's go here. Next up. Let's go here. 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 Eventually, I want to play b5. I think now's a good time to do it. Let's take that. Okay, how do I win this, though? How do I win this? There we go. Oh, John, why are you doing that? Okay, almost let that pawn get too frisky. Oh. You got to fight for every point and half point when you're playing online blitz. All right. We got that one done. I'm pretty happy with that final game. The previous game, not so much, but that final game, I kept control the entire time. I was actually able to implement an idea. I'll link that Julio Granda game that I mentioned. I think I saw it from like a Jacob Agard book. Positional attacking chess positional play, something like that. His positional play manual, whatever that book is. I'm pretty sure there's a Julio Granda game in almost exactly this type of scenario where white controls c5. That was the point of this series of trades. Take, because I need to prevent black from playing c5. So I was able to control that square and just torture black. And even the long road to the queen side with the king is justified when you have that level of control in the position and your opponent's tied to a weakness. So yeah, happy about that. Happy about this session. Let's look at my game history real quick. I wanted to check out this one. You hate to lose games like this where I felt like I allowed white to play too straightforward. Maybe this whole f5 thing was just not great. Yeah, Engine's not a big fan of it. I thought I would be able to do more with that, but white just jammed the knight in, and that really stymied a lot of my play because my bishop didn't have any scope. Yeah, it seems I'm just a little worse here. But it should be defensible. I think this is the position I should hold. H5, probably foolish. Yeah. And my miscalculation here is that after takes, I was originally going to play queen c7, and I was thinking, okay, I'm guarding d7, I'm stopping c6, but I missed this important little detail. So it looks like I'm almost lost after that. Gives this as the best try, but it's not pleasant. Okay, so 1 poor game out of 5, we'll take that. And I'm pretty happy about this session. Hope you guys learned something. I'll link that game again. It's so important to, as you get better and better in chess, expand your mental database of games. And that's why we look at the games of strong players and we study resources, even like analog resources like books, because there's just a treasure trove of knowledge out there and you want to be able to remember stuff like that, which helps you in your games. Okay, hope everyone's doing well. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks as always. Bye, guys.